What's going on, internet? Jossie Joss here, and I am back with another unboxing video for you. I want to say this is for July, but I could be wrong. It's the Legion of Collectors box. So, big Mama Gemma box this month, and it is featuring Batman the Animated Series. So that classic, like, Batman cartoon that's many of us grew up watching. At least people like my age and such. My brothers used to watch this a lot. I would watch it because they would be watching it, so I guess you can say I'm a fan because of them. If that makes sense. Alright, so we'll flip the flop, open the box, and... Sorry. Getting bugs flying all over my house. It's really annoying. Even with the AC on, they just kind of hang out. So I've been feeling kind of ugh all day. Anyway. Alright, open the box. We get the patch and the pin. So, and we got some, Batman the Animated Series artwork inside the flap here, so it's pretty cool. If you've ever watched it, obviously this artwork's very familiar. So first off, we're gonna do the patch, and it is the Joker. And as you know, the Joker is voiced by the wonderful, amazing Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker from the Star Wars series. This is actually a really cool patch, even if you're not into Batman or DC Comics. It just looks cool. It features the 4 suits of cards. So if you're into stuff like like card games or Vegas, that also fits there too. Because technically, a Joker is also a card. So, but I like that classic look about him. And the pin. There we go. Is Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, in her gray jumpsuit. So, very cool. Alright, next, open the main flap. So, remove the card that tells you next week's box, or the next box. But first up, we got a comic. It says The Batman Adventures #1, Legion of Collectors, and it's a pop, like a pop art-ish. But it doesn't look so much like a pop. It looks a little more realistic. It's just the shaping of the head, very similar to a pop figure, but that's cool. Variant cover for that. Next, we have the t-shirt. This is Gady into it. Black t-shirt. Alright. You got the classic, it's that classic Batman the Animated Series type of logo, but instead of it regular Batman, it's like a pop version of Batman, so that's kind of cool. And of course, these are all Legion of Collector exclusive shirts. Nice, by Funko. I like it. Alright, so the next two things I'm gonna do, there's two, one's a pop and the other one is related to Dorbs. I'll do the pop first and then I'm gonna do the Dorbs. So the pop, I can get it out of the box. The pop is a Mr. Freeze pop, DC exclusive. That's pretty cool. His red eyes, his angry face. For some reason, anytime I think of Mr. Freeze and Batman, I immediately think of Arnold Schwarzenegger and his terrible puns. Eyes to meet you, no one's putting me in the cooler. Things like that. I know he was not the voice of this Mr. Freeze from the animated series, but it'd be hilarious if it happened. But for some reason, that's the only voice that pops into my head when I think of Mr. Freeze and Batman. So, but that's really cool that he's here, and it's very detailed, like his suit and stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but he's got a little like ray gun as well. Nice, very nice design on that. Put him back in the box. And then the last item in the box is actually it's Dorbs related, but it's a Dorbs ride. So this is the first Legion of Collectors item that's a Dorbs ride, because I received from the Marvel Collector Core box, it was the Star-Lord with the Milano from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 box. So this is the Batman, the Animated Series, Dorbs, Batman with the Batmobile, and that is badass. I really like that. I've been a fan. I mean, I'm a fan of the Batmobile in general. It's just a really cool car. I'm a fan of just cool cars that have lots of gadgets. So like James Bond and the old game, was it Top Secret? Not Top Secret. It's some other game, but can't even think right now. But like just cool cars with cool gadgets that aren't just normal. I mean, even watching the show Pimp My Ride, I was really interested in that because they would add random things that wouldn't normally be in a car that were really cool. So like the Batmobile, obviously, like it turns into a boat or a helicopter. It had rockets and things like that. It was always cool. And so now I got cool Batman Dorbs. And it's funny because his eyes are like super happy, even though it's Batman. And he's got his awesome Batmobile in there. So that's really, really nice. And it's obviously a Legion of Collectors exclusive here. You can get a better look on how it kind of looks from the back here. So it's really cool. Very like boxy in the shape, like this, like very angular. But it fits with the way the Dorbs are. And he's just kind of chilling there, enjoying his vehicle, Mr. Bruce Wayne. But that's really, really nice. I like that a lot. All right, and that is all that is in the, I guess you would call it the July 2017 Legion of Collectors box with the theme of Batman, the animated series. Let's go over the little card thingy. First off, we're going to reveal the next box. So, September? Oh yeah, so this is July's box, so they're every other month. So the next one they're gonna be September's or you see this? September's. Yeesh. Gotta spell check, y'all. Very important. But for September's box, not September's, DC's Most Wanted. So we got some really bad people, bad guys. So it's like, it's not just villains, it's like the worst type of villain for DC. And it's not just Batman villains, it's villains for the big baddies for all the DC superheroes. So Lex Luthor and the Joker and Scarecrow and Bane. It's just a bad group of people. But anyway, moving on. So, stuff in the box. So, the Batmobile, as I mentioned, is the first Dorbs ride to be featured in this box. So, like I said, they had the Dorbs ride with the Milano and Star-Lord in the Marvel Collector Corps box. So, then created the T-shirt, as like I said, is the pop version of the logo of the show, and it's that, Dark Knight, holding his cape up, looking back towards the camera with the red kind of background. And so, but it's a pop version of Batman rather than the original Batman. And then the cover of the comic was done in the same style, obviously, but with pop art. And then, I guess the Mr. Freeze was the one character that most fans wanted to see in this box. So that's actually really cool that it was a like a fan kind of fueling the fire to get the Mr. Freeze pop made. And that's cool. That means that Funko listens to their fans, which is great, which is amazing. I think all companies should do that, right? So that, what do they want? Well, we should probably make that, and they will buy it. And then, of course, you have the Joker patch and the Catwoman pin. They talk a little bit about how they became who they are. You see Joker fell into a chemical plant, and then Selena Kyle was a cat burglar. So, there you go. And that is all that is in the July 2017 Legion of Collectors box. My favorite item in the box is the rides, the Dorbs rides. It's just a really cool box. I mean, it's just a really cool item. It looks cool. And even if you weren't really like a fan of, I don't know, like Batman or anything, he's just a really sleek looking figure. Just a cute little Dorbs in his car. It's really nice. But yeah, so if Legion of Collectors looks like something that you might be interested in getting yourself, remember it is a DC and Funko collaboration box. I'm gonna go ahead and put information in the description below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you've sorry. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I have a whole bunch of other unboxing videos on there, plus a bunch of other random stuff too. So go ahead and check it out and you can. But until then, thanks for watching, thanks for all your support, and have a great night. Bye guys.